Hello folks, today I'm going to tie a wee squirrel streamer. Very good fly for when trout are chasing fry, and one that I've had a right bit of success on, especially when there's fry about. But a pattern that you should have in your fly box is certainly worth a throw, and that's sure to catch you a few trout. But we'll get kicked on and get started here. So the hook in the vise is a size 10 wet fly hook from WALDO'S. Thread I'm going to use is 8 Wasp Red from Gordon Griffiths. So just get started behind the eye of the hook, run on a few turns, come on and pull away that excess, run the thread on down to the rear of the hook where the barb would be. So the tail on the fly, this is it's Semperfly Chadwick's. It's just a Chadwick substitute. So we take off piece round about 3 inches. Cut that off to length. So you want to leave the length of the hook shank out over the tail. Tie that down, and then run your thread up the shank of the hook. Keep that up on top of the shank and run that up towards the eye. Don't run it right up, you want to leave about an eye length of a gap of a space coming back off the eye. So return that back down the shank, down to your tying off point where your barb would be. Come on then and just trim that the length. You want to leave the same length as your body out over the tail. Now the thing about the Semperfly yarn, it comes in 3 strands, and how I separate them is you can come in with, that's just a wee hook, come in with a double needle, set it in the middle of the yarn and just pull it down through, and that'll separate out the strands. As you'll see, that's your 3 off one side and that's your 3 off the other. Just come on then, this is only a wee toothbrush, just come on and run the toothbrush through that yarn just to separate out the fibres. And that gives the shape of the tail that we want at the back. Just come on and then I loose wee fibres, just trim them away. Now the body on the fly, this is WALDO'S Straggle Fruits, rainbow straggle. So just come on and take away a piece of this straggle, around about the same length as the Semperfly yarn that we used. So we've a bit here, it's actually a wee bit long, it's about 4 inches. Just come on and secure down that end, run the thread up the body of the fly and stop just in front of where we tied on that yarn. Come on then, throw in a half hitch and then start to wind your straggle up. Now before you put this on, if you pull the fibres back, much the same as ordinary fruits, if you pull it back, it encourages the fibres to point towards the rear. So give a full turn and then come on and the stuff that's on the hook shank and the stuff that you're about to wind on, pull it all backwards, give another full turn, and same again, come on and pull everything towards the rear, give another full turn, and just keep doing that. Just keep repeating that process from the rear of the fly to the front. And the rainbow fruits, there's a range of different colours on the fibres of it. You have the gold, blue, pink, and as the light hits it, it gives a really good effect, and a nice bit of flash to the body. So keep running this up to where we tied off that Semperfli yarn. You don't want to come right to the eye with this because we have a head hackle plus squirrel to tie over the top. So up to where we tied off that yarn, come on and give a tight turn over the top, a few turns in to secure. Come on and knock away that excess. So just pull everything towards the rear and come on and give her tight turns over that, just to give us a flat bed to tie off the head hackle and our squirrel. So the head hackle is a natural grey partridge feather. So I'm just trying to pick one out. So I have my partridge feather here. Just come on and strip away the fluff down each side. Get my hackle pliers, grab hold of the top, come on and strip the fibres down each side, just to expose that top first to tie off. So come on then with our scissors. Once we get the top, come on then and pull that up. Come on then with our scissors and knock that top away and just leave ourselves a wee triangle to tie off. So come on then with a bit of wax and run the wax down the thread, and that'll just give us a nice secure hold on the wee triangle that we're looking to tie on for partridge feather. Run that up towards the eye, return the thread back down again. Come on then with our hackle pliers, grab hold of that stock and start winding on that hackle. Now, wet fly hackles I don't like. A normal hackle I would come on and break the shoulders, but wet fly hackles I prefer to turn the feather on so that they're all pointing, because it's a soft hackle, but that they're all turning in or bending in the same direction. So as I say, I prefer not to break the shoulder on it, and they try and turn it on the shank and keep all the fibres arcing in the same direction. So that's our, was our feather on. I'll just grab hold of that stock again. I'll unwind that and wind it back on again. So come on again and run that. Because it's already been on, it shouldn't be no bother winding it on again. It's found its shape already. So just come on and give that stock a good wind on. Come on then and tie that down tight. Come on with our scissors and knock away that excess stock. and all our fibres towards our ear. And what you want to do is these ones at the top, try and bring them down each side. We don't really need the fibres at the top of the fly. We have squirrel to go over the top of this. So as I say, just try and encourage it to come down and underneath the shank. Now when you're tying this on, what you want to do is, instead of coming straight over with your thread, bring your thread over this side, over the top, and then forward. It's kind of like a loop kind of thing rather than straight over. And all that it is they do is they hold the top of this partridge feeler here, so that you're catching everything, and it's encouraging these fibres to go down the side rather than over the top. So the last part in the fly then is our squirrel. So I have a piece of grey squirrel here. I have this plucked debut, but this last piece that's here will be ideal for this fly. So come on and remove your piece of squirrel off the tail, and as usual, grab hold of your squirrel towards the tops. Come on and strip away the loose fibres. Grab hold of the end that we're going to tie off and do the same in the opposite direction. Any of them short fibres or ones that are badly twisted and out of place, just come on and strip them away. So the length of the squirrel, you want the overwing, the squirrel wing, just to come past the rear of the semperfly yarn. I'm actually going to try and pull that out. It's not in the shape that I would like it in. Much the same as a salmon, the wing for a salmon fly. Just them longer fibres, pull them out and lay them back in again, just to try and hand stack that hair a wee bit better than it was. So I'll measure this wing again, and this wing you want to have it just out past the end of the yarn, about 3-4 mil past the end of the yarn. So that would be ideal at that. So that's the point I'm going to cut the squirrel off at, but I'll go and trim that off on my waist. So a wee bit of glue, and just run the glue on about an inch of the thread that we're going to use to tie on the squirrel. So I still have my pinch of squirrel here in my hand. Lay that down on top of the shank. Come on then and give her runs over the top of the squirrel, using that glued thread to tie that down. Because the thing about the squirrel is it's easy pulled out. So then just take the time and take a final wee look through and just make sure that that squirrel's sitting over the top of the shank where we want it to be. That looks pretty good to me. So just come on then and give her final turns over that. Come on then there. Up finish turn tool, and just give her 3 or 4 turn up finish at the head of the flight. Come on, knock away that excess. So then the last piece then is just come on with your tie-in varnish and give the head of that fly a run of varnish, just to secure off the thread. So that's the fly. That's our Squirrel Streamer. In my opinion, one that you should have on your fly box, and certainly worth a throw. One that's sure to bag you a few trout. So, thanks for watching, folks, and until the next time, tight lines.